Welcome back to Vampyr.
Good evening, sir. I'm Dr. Reed. I believe we're going to be colleagues.
Reed? Yes, I've been informed about your arrival. I'm Waverly Ackroyd. Welcome aboard, I suppose.
Does my arrival inconvenience you in some way, Dr. Ackroyd?
Let us just say that I don't particularly share Dr. Swansey's enthusiasm for hiring you. What we need here are reliable professionals, not overrated dabblers.
If you have a problem with me, Dr. Ackroyd, please feel free to tell me.
Dr. Swansey has imposed your presence on this hospital without asking anyone's advice. The benefit of his position. But I don't agree with it.
I know we've never met before, but I believe this hospital could use all the help it can get. You will agree with that, I'm sure.
Oh, but I have heard about you, Dr. Reed. Of course, you can't say the same about me, since I have not wasted my time courting the press.
Let's go with this one.
There is no need for such animosity between us. Don't you think the epidemic is already enough to deal with?
That is one point we could agree on. And that is precisely why I want to be sure that you will be of help to this hospital, instead of a burden.
Since your tenure in this hospital is longer than mine, perhaps you can tell me more about this place.
Let's just say I'm tired of the carelessness around me. I have always respected the skills of Dr. Swansey, but over time his enthusiasm has become displaced.
Carelessness? Exactly what are you talking about?
We're here to save lives. The people who trust us are not volunteering for experimentation. They're here to be healed.
I don't intend to run any radical experiments, Doctor. Even if I, as any good practitioner should, express an interest in pushing the boundaries of medical research.
Modern medical methods were created through audacity and ego. But there are rules in our line of work, and they're here to protect our patients.
Tell me, Waverly, what do you think of Dr. Strickland's enthusiasm for his experimental research?
Strickland is playing with his patients' lives for pride and glory. Now that, sir, is unethical.
Are you thinking about something in particular?
Harvey Fiddick needs delicate surgery. I believe we should stick to the usual procedure, but my young colleague obviously disagrees.
Why do you wish to lead this surgery?
I strongly believe that Mr. Fiddick should not be butchered to test an unproven procedure.
But in the circumstances, I'm willing to give you the benefit of the doubt.
Take the middle ground
Other
here.
people may say that's too conservative a point of view.
Conservative? And what are you going to say to Mr. Fiddick if he loses his arm because of the operation? Because that's what's going to happen if the surgery is a failure.
And are you not afraid that your rivalry with Strickland may be blinding you?
Rivalry? I guess you could call it that. But I will never be childish enough to let my personal feelings affect my judgment.
I don't know what you've heard about me, but I have already proved my value as a practitioner.
I don't question your skills, Dr. Reed, but your motive. Is it money? Fame? Or are you truly dedicated?
And what exactly is that supposed to mean?
I served in the war just like you. But unlike you, I did not use the wounded to play the modern sorcerer.
Be careful what you insinuate, Dr. Ackroyd.
I only want you to admit you used those men to improve your theories.
This is ridiculous. My blood transfusion technique saved many lives, and you know it.
You see? That is exactly what I hate about people like you. You avoid this kind of accusation instead of facing reality.
It seems you have bad memories of your military service.
I refuse to see this industrial slaughter as scientific progress. War only reveals the worst in men.
We can at least agree on something, Dr. Ackroyd. Thank you for your time. We'll talk later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen.
This hospital seems to be...
As for me,
Yeah, let's
But in the circumstances...
talk
Good
to
evening,
him.
sir. I'm Dr. Reed. May I help you?
I don't know if a third opinion is needed. Your colleagues are already arguing about my condition.
I see. Would you mind telling me more about your situation?
I'm Harvey Fiddick. All I want is to get me bloody arm fixed properly.
Are you satisfied with your treatment here?
Well, it's clear that I've chosen a bad time to be injured. Forgive my bluntness, but you seem overwhelmed by cases of the flu.
I won't lie to you about it. I'm afraid we are.
Are you sure you don't want to operate yourself, Dr. Reed? I have the feeling you're very capable, and your colleagues seem to think so too.
In other circumstances, you would be right. But for now, I don't think I can take on the responsibility. My apologies. Tell me about yourself, Mr. Fiddick.
I'm just a regular guy waiting to get his arm fixed, so I can return to work and to my family.
I was more curious about what you were doing before being hospitalized.
I'm a carpenter, and a good one too. But that means I need both arms to feed my family, Dr. Reed.
Is there anything else that's bothering you? Can I help in any way?
I'm all right. Considering the state of this place, I should consider myself lucky, I guess.
He's decent health.
Tell me about your injury, Harvey. Why do you feel so guilty about it?
My wife died because of me. And now I may lose everything because I've been careless enough to hurt myself. What an arsehole.
How could your job be responsible for your wife's death?
I was working a double. She went out to bring me a hot meal and got caught in a German bomb raid.
You can't hold yourself responsible for your injury, Mr. Fiddick. Unless you tried to hurt yourself.
Of course I didn't hurt myself. But I can't work until my arm is fixed. My children need to eat, Doctor.
Tell me more about the death of your wife, Harvey.
1915. I was in the army. Building workshops for the Royal Flying Corps. Helen was happy I wasn't sent to the front.
What happened?
The Germans sent Zeppelins to bomb the construction site, but they missed their target. My wife was bringing my dinner when the bombs fell.
I'm sorry for your loss. So many died during the bombings. I served in France and witnessed the carnage there.
I would like to say that she didn't suffer. Truth is, I have no idea. I just know that I'm all that me kids have. Poor little bleeders.
How are your children after losing their mother?
They were smaller then. The only good thing about this is my Ellen didn't bring them with her that night.
Tell me about the doctors who are arguing about your case.
Strickland and Aykroyd. They both want the best for me, but there's a lot of pride there. Doctors are no different from carpenters, it seems.
What do you mean?
I often had professional arguments with rivals on a building site. Difference is, I disagreed about wooden nails, not flesh and bones.
Goodbye for now, Mr. Fiddick. I'll see you later.
You always knew the words to calm the children, Ellen.
Okay, so... anyone else I need to talk to at the moment? If not, I will take a look at the garden. I had already stepped out the door and got a message about the hunters while I was walking around taking a look at things. So that quest may have updated slightly.
Good evening. I'm Dr. Reed.
Always a pleasure to meet a colleague, sir. Especially when he was supposedly dead.
A colleague. Are you a doctor too?
Not anymore, sir. I used to be Dr. Rakesh Chadana. Now, I'm just Mr. Chadana, pawnbroker and humble guardian of this morgue.
What do you mean, you used to be a doctor? Was your license revoked?
No, sir. It is just that I like to be precise. I run a little pawn shop while taking care of the dead. but I used to be a real doctor.
Are you afraid or uneasy being surrounded by so many corpses?
Why should I? These bodies are empty vessels. Flesh left to decay. Poof. No soul anymore. All gone.
An interesting point of view. And quite an exotic one, too. Most people fear, or at least have a respect, for dead flesh.
Sir, as a medic during the war, I learned to face my death and the death of others. It's the pain we have to tame, not death itself.
How did you get this job?
After I left the army, I worked as an undertaker down by the docks. A dangerous place with many an unpleasant business there. Milton Hooks helped me get a job here.
Have we met before?
I don't think so, sir. Why?
When we first talked, you said you were glad to meet me since I was reported dead.
Funny story, sir. Your sister came here a few nights ago. You were missing, and she was looking for your body. She must be very relieved now.
That's one way to look at it.
Do you work here alone?
Yes, very easy work, sir. All I have to do is watch a few bodies. The situation was very different when the main morgue was still open.
Why do you have to watch these bodies?
Because these poor fellows have no names. We keep them in case someone comes looking for the missing. Sadly, very rarely happens.
Why close the hospital's main morgue?
It was for sanitary reasons after the beginning of the epidemic. Cadavers had to be moved to the nearest mass grave.
A pawnbroker? I expect you get all types of people here.
Yes, sir. All kind of people. For I sell all kind of goods.
Who comes here to trade with you? It's very unhygienic, even unsafe. Diseases can spread. For the customers, for the hospital.
I'm very cautious, sir. I've been a doctor, remember? And all my clients are good people. In fact, I think I only know good people.
What kind of goods?
With the quarantine, it's not always easy to buy things. So I trade, I exchange. Some people sell, some others buy. I like to help.
Since you're not afraid of dying, do you believe in life after death, Rakesh?
No, I believe we must do all the good we can while alive. For our time is short, and the obstacles are endless.
Do you think you would enjoy immortality as a concept?
I don't think so. Don't mistake me. I love life, and I'd like to live a long life. But everything has to decay, sir. Even goodwill.
Do you really believe goodwill cannot last?
As I said, sir, everything decays. If I was to never die, goodness, I would be bored or worse. And I like to be helpful, sir.
Quite depressing, wouldn't you say?
Yes, but the good news is, we'll all die before losing our humanity, sir.
If you say so.
So you're ready to die?
No, I am not. I don't fear death, for I won't see it. What troubles me is the pain my death will inflict to those I know.
You're a wise man, Mr. Chidana.
No, Dr. Reed. I am a foolish man. But I like to think otherwise.
So let's see what he has to trade.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
I've only got 34. Of course. Sell the bullets. Junk. Small bag of junk. The question is, do I sell or do I break it down? $16, $34. That would not get me even close to being able to buy that. So I think for now, I will save my money and hope he has that later. Anyone else? Does not appear so. So let's head back to the garden. That door is locked. At least for me.
I wonder why the Goswicks came here in the first place.
Good evening, Nurse Hawkins.
Good evening, Dr. Reed.
Nothing in there.
Goodbye, Nurse Hawkins.
They belong to you now.
The life running in your veins.
So where is that door? There it is. Public notice. Prevent influenza, Spanish. Just a medical notice for people how to try and protect themselves. Where am I going here? That's not what I wanted. Let's see. Too bad there isn't.
Scowl voices in the garden. I should investigate. If they were to find somebody.
I was gonna say, too bad there isn't a map. Well, okay, HUD map, not the main map here. Why is that? That must be the desk one. Yeah, main quest. Okay. So, got one. We don't. Okay, sure. Oops. Okay, quickly we got lock on. Oh boy. Okay. That's not good. Whoa. Okay, I'm expecting this guy to jump. Oops. off. Come on. I'm all healed up now. No, you don't. Stamina's too low. Come back. Ouch. Bloodsucker. Just time that. Up. Finish him off with a knife. It's got two more. One with the shadow symbol. One is range and melee. Okay. Oh, I want to go. You can't use that to go forward. Okay. No. I hit that in time. No. Oh. Whew, you almost had me there. Ha, clipped him. You're working my timing. Heal up. Some kind of shadow ability, apparently. Okay, so where's the wallet? Let's see anything over here. Maybe over here? Well, this looks like it was probably the alleyway, not the garden. It won't hurt to take a look either. Oh, maybe that's part of the ground. Locked door. Trash can check. Wait, nope. Let's see anything on the ground. Maybe more this way. Maybe not. One left here. One. Gotta be a jumper. Missed it. There we go. Yeah, just healing. Again, doesn't look like there's anything around here. Said he lost it in the garden. I could just be completely overlooking it. Don't suppose this will help at all. Of course. Photography of smiling loving couple with a few words written on the back. Milton and Pippa forever.
So, Mr. Hooks and Nurse Hawkins are an item. Those two have hidden their affections well.
No. No extra hints on that. Or on her. Okay. Let's see. Where was the item list? What's this? Get the blood sample. Right. And wrong door. Or is it? I think I am... I can walk around it. It's fine. What's this? Keep an eye out for anything. There he is.
Good evening, Milton.
Good evening, Doctor. Still trying to save lives?
Anything else added?
Why do you have such a mediocre reputation among your colleagues, Milton?
Fuck them. Nobody knows the horrors I've seen since working here. This city was sick long before the epidemic, Dr. Reed.
I know it's a difficult task, but correct me if I'm wrong. Is this not the job you are paid to do?
I've seen babies left to die while their brothers were properly fed. Underage girls and boys sold to all manner of perverts.
I'm sorry, I don't know what to say.
Yeah, exactly. We lack words. So excuse me if I don't look on the bright side of life.
I have some good news, Milton.
What? The epidemic's over?
I retrieved your wallet with all the money and a certain picture.
Well, yeah, Pippa Hawkins is my girl. So what? Is it the difference of skin color that bothers you?
Not at all, Milton.
Good. Please, take this money anyway. To remind you to keep your mouth shut. Not everybody is as broad-minded as you, Dr. Reed.
What's going on between you and Nurse Hawkins?
Pippa's tired. Tired of all this shit. Tired of all those corpses piling up. She's as depressed as I am.
During the war, I witnessed a few couples just like you come together in difficult circumstances. It can be very damaging.
Maybe you're right. But we support each other. And that's all that matters.
You do realize you could both get fired. Hospital staff are not meant to have intimate relationships with one another.
Come on, Dr. Reed. Do you know how many rules are broken in this hospital every day just to keep it running? There's nothing wrong with what we're doing.
I'd like to see your goods.
Wise choice, Dr. Reed. A reliable gun is what everybody needs these days.
74. Let's work my way around to the other guy quickly.
Good evening, Dr. Reed. Such a pleasure to see you again.
Please show me what you have to sell.
Of course. It's just trinkets and curios, really. But I'm sure they can be useful.
I am going to buy this formula. Right now, I think... Well, there may be some other things that I unlocked due to the hints that are given. And I try to talk to Pippa. I'm going to take a quick look around here and see if I can't find my office. What's this? Hacksaw. Must be another melee weapon. T. Elwood medical file. Is that in here somewhere? Yes. Patient Thomas Elwood, male, age 28. Followed by Dr. Tibbets. Status convalescence. Date of administration, date of admission, September 16th. Date of release to be determined. The patient's face has been heavily burnt and disfigured by a bomb during the war. Even with the use of strong sedatives, he affirms to regularly endure severe pain from the wounds, as if the flames are still burning under the skin, he says. Examinations of the cicatrized tissues show no trace of inflammation, infection, or swelling. Scars are clean. Could it be a case of persisting nerve damage? The patient ceases to blame himself for his disfiguration. Never ceases to blame himself for his disfiguration. Could it be a case of guilt over the survivor? Phantom pain manifesting as punishment for not dying with his comrades? Interesting theories. May find out eventually. See the locked door.
This must be the place. It's definitely away from prying eyes. Relegated to the shadows. A kingdom of my own. At least I won't be sleeping in a coffin.
There's bed. Don't need to refill anything. Quick check around here. What's this?
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Ooh. Article on Ekans. It is a rare opportunity and almost a privilege to approach a vampire, to observe their most intriguing physical and psychological traits with a scientific and rational eye. Here are some of the most fascinating abilities I have personally observed over the last 10 years while interviewing a few vampires, or Ekon, as they prefer to call themselves. Supernatural speed. A vampire can act and move like a mortal in all his actions, but the trained eye will spot that they have the keenest senses and can react quicker than any mortal. On a few occasions, alarm, surprise, necessity to flee, I have seen a vampire move so quickly it is almost as if he had vanished just to reappear somewhere else. The human eye cannot follow their movements when they act so quickly, but it is not a teleport or dematerialization. It is only a supernatural speed. For me, it is a cat-like attribute, which allows them to run, dodge, or jump longer and faster than us. I also notice that such speed seems to exhaust them and that they are bound to physical limitations. Mesmerism. One of the most powerful abilities a vampire can deploy is the capability to force a mortal to obey them. I call this trait mesmerism, but it has nothing to do with the mortal ability to alter a subject's mental state. A vampire can bend a mortal to their will, and they can even break a mind. A vampire I interviewed even told me the more a subject tries to resist, the more permanent the damage will be, as if the vampire could literally fracture their target's psyche. The same vampire explained to me that this ability required time to master, and that the result could vary from one subject to another. Implant a false memory, erase a painful one. Possibilities are endless and frightening. And blood awareness. This may be the most catastrophic ability of all concerning vampires, since it is the cause of so many tragedies for them and us. Vampires crave for blood. They must use their will to restrain themselves from drinking every drop of blood they can see. They need blood to function and express their full supernatural traits. A famished vampire can be very weak, even if he cannot die of hunger or thirst. This urge what? Okay, either I bumped a button or something like that. Where was I? It's heard this niche for blood may explain why a vampire is so aroused by it. A vampire confessed to me that blood could sometimes bind him, or blind him, since its smell and attractiveness can be so strong. When he focuses, a vampire can almost see blood all around them. Inside warm bodies, through walls, on supposedly clean weapon, etc. The same vampire even told me that he can see if a mortal has clean blood or is ill, and in some cases he can even sense disease. Infected clothes or even items in a room. If this is true, it could have so many medical applications, it almost begs belief. It almost beggars belief. Oops. Now that one was me. Ah. The pre-order items. I was kind of wondering when they would show up. Nice outfit. Let's see. 75 damage. Oh, where was it? 99. So I think I will throw that at main weapon 2. Switch out the Dragon Bane. See, stamina 20, 20. Attack speed. Takes more stamina, but it seems like this is faster. Okay. And firearms, where is that? Better than the pistol, not as good as the shotgun. Magazine 5, magazine 6. Okay. Since these have levels, I wonder if they level over time or if it's because they improve over time through your skills. Let's see what we got here. Screws. Plate. Just saw something. Ah, there it is. Dear Jonathan, I asked Nurse Crane to secure an office for you on the second floor. Please forgive the austere decoration, but Pembroke Hospital is not exactly the Ritz. Sorry to let you discover your office alone, but I need to sleep a little before going back to work. I'm just a mere mortal after all. I also gave orders to let you rest and for the staff to never enter your room. You'll be able to sleep all day without being disturbed and work at night without raising a suspicion. I'm afraid the place is quite messy, but you'll be able to conduct your experiments here at your own pace. You'll also notice there is an open window with a scaffolding that will allow you to enter or exit the hospital without being noticed. I imagine how awfully new and disturbing this all must be for you. Believe me, I have studied enough of your species to understand what you must now be facing and feeling. Be assured I'll do whatever I can to help you in this ordeal, Know that you're not completely alone facing it. I'm glad I met you. These dark times we are all presently facing. I hope our future collaboration will yield great results. Welcome to Pembroke. My esteemed colleague, we shall talk soon. Your sincere, Edgar Griffith Swansea. P.S. I left a copy of some of my notes concerning what I've discovered about Ekin in the last few years. Feel free to read about it if you need some guidance, as long as you don't use this knowledge to take advantage of me. Let's see, is that... That's reload. Looks like that's pretty much it, I think. Use the... Nope.
The flower's dying. It needs water.
Okay. Gotta dump some water on it. I don't know. Let's analyze this. This gave me a couple more, 3 more things. You have components to improve one of your weapons. Oh, okay. Oh, oops. Not what I wanted to do. Serum, slight regeneration serum. I am short on 2 ingredients. Okay. Let's see, what can I improve? There we go. I think I would honestly go for the pre-order items first. Simply just because. Blood absorption. Yeah, I do not have enough for that. Let's see. How about this one? Oh, maybe I do have enough for that. The red means I don't have enough. And the bottom number is how much is needed. Okay. Oh, hang on. Common handle. Increased damage. Increased blood absorption. Can I... Maybe I pick one of those after. Let's give it a shot. Yeah, okay, that's what happens. Absorb blood points when this weapon hits, or increase damage dealt. That would increase it by 9. Can I decrease stamina? Okay. So you get a few chances at each thing. So what I'm going to do is... I think I'll take this one first. Because I don't think I can... Nope. Thought so, since it says or, I didn't think I could take... That's slightly better. What else we got here? Glass file.
William Bishop's blood is much more unstable than human blood and shows extensive mutation. But this is not what happened to me. I must keep on searching. The sun is about to rise. I can feel it. I'll continue tomorrow night. I have so much time now.
See now. I have just over 1,000 points. Interesting. Can I... Nope. Level 6 required. Not there yet. Actually, I think regeneration would probably be the better way to go at the moment. And I could take that. Increase stamina. Let's increase blood capacity. Yeah, I can increase this as well. All right.
If I'm to stay here until my research is complete, I'd better learn to hide my true nature from the mortals. But what about my thirst for blood?
And seeing as this one is almost an hour again, and I did see the save symbol, I will stop here. And thank you for watching. I'll see you in the next episode.